Hello and welcome to game number 2 in the finals number 1 between MakaPrime playing as the blue Terran in the upper right hand corner and NEXGenius playing as the green Protoss in the lower left hand corner. No, you're not seeing doubles. There are actually two finals, final number 1 and final number 2. In final number 1 there's 3 games, in final number 2 there are 2 games, so there's actually 5 games in total between these two players in the finals. So no, I am not uploading duplicates, even though some of the maps are duplicates, and we do see one supply depot going down at the front entrance. So please take my word, watch this game. It's not as the same as the other game, which is a different game. So if you get my drift, just watch it. Once again, NEXGenius is putting down the gateway as well, and MakaPrime is putting down his barracks. I don't know how you guys feel about the patch, but I feel like it's a long time before they patch anything, and it's a good time to do it. And the HP bar are naturally showing, and the refinery is going up, as well as the assimilator has gone up for NEXGenius. Both these players have battled before, and this is not the first time, and both players are very well aware of each other's strategy at this time, I believe. There's also a couple of other games between other players that I will upload after this one. As soon as the refinery finish, he does throw additional 2 SCVs in there, and NEXGenius is going to throw 3 on the gas as well. As soon as the gateway is finished, he does throw down a cybercore. No Zealot is produced. He does skip that Zealot. Some people do not like to skip it, some people want to skip it. It's all up to your preference really, and what sort of build you're going for. And orbital command is going down for MakaPrime, as this probe is going to run across the map. We'll be able to see that one SCV. No, he actually misses the SCV. The SCV was checking the edge of the map. If you notice over here, it is explore for MakaPrime for any hidden pylons. So if you want to put down a hidden pylon against MakaPrime, put it right over here. And we do see this probe does get discouraged by that one marine that is flipping around like crazy. That this is done by setting a patrol point that is very close to where it is actually standing. We do see one SCV inside, this one Zealot chasing him around. Round and round they go, but nobody gets killed anything just yet. The warp gate is currently being researched, as well as 2 additional barracks. There will be a 3 barracks build once again. Whether or not he puts down a command center after it is what will differentiate his build from his previous build, and it looks like he's not going to throw down a command center. There is one probe running around looking for maybe hidden buildings for MakaPrime, and MakaPrime's SCV is going to go down relatively soon to that 1 sentry and the Zealot. Still very good micro by MakaPrime, staying alive as long as possible, and these units just chasing him around, not the best use of those units. Now finally the sentry is going to give off chase and go a shorter route and possibly kill off the SCV this time. SCV still not giving up. Very good micro by MakaPrime, and I think he should go down relatively soon. A tech lab has gone down for one of the buildings, and 2 of the buildings actually, and one reactor. Very good way to pump out multiple number of units from those production buildings. And we do see 3 gateways on top of the original one going down, and the warp gate is being chrono boosted. I think he saved his chronos boost for until the SCV went down, because he does not want to give a hint that he's going to be doing a 4 gate. He does have a pylon on the side, so NEXGenius is thinking about making an early push. On the other hand, I think MakaPrime will be relatively well prepared, because he does have those 3 barracks constantly producing stuffs, and stim pack is being researched. I'm sorry, I have an accent and I say words funny. And this one probe will go down to that one marine holding that control tower, and NEXGenius is going to take his own control tower at the moment. I think NEXGenius has a pylon over here, and he's going to turn those into warp gates as soon as he can, and he's going to push very soon. We do see, look, if you take a look at the full count, 36 of 58 now just went up to 44. That's a very good way to build extra pylons and then warp in all units immediately. You don't want to warp in some units and then build a pylon and then wait, because that is a little bit wasteful, and you will ruin the element of surprise for yourself. There's no unit holding the ramp for NEXGenius, and MakaPrime, maybe he knows this and he's going to take advantage of it, and one marine is going to run around and look for any proxy pylons, but I think he's not going to find any over there, as he did put it over here. And we do see the forces of NEXGenius is going to move, and he does have an extra command center that he wants to build, but it doesn't get built because he does kill off the SCV, and NEXGenius is establishing a pylon in front, and he's gonna go inside. There are no units inside his base. A Guardian Shield does go up, and he's gonna take down this supply depot. And will he be supply blocked? He's supply blocked just briefly, MakaPrime. And now he has SCVs pulled off the line, and these forces, realizing his Marines are outside, are going to push inside. At the same time, there is a 1 Marine and 1 Marauder outside the base of NEXGenius. And we see an engagement here. They really need to focus on these forces. 2 very, very good force fields gold off, and he does take quite a amount of the infantry out, but the SCVs are helping quite a bit as they're helping to attack and distract the main forces of NEXGenius. NEXGenius forced to fall back to his other pylon, and these 2 units still standing here. This 1 probe still standing here. There's a lot of micro and macro going on this side of the map, and I think, oh, he's gonna move out he's gonna stem his 1 Marine and 1 Marauder and run it inside along with 1 Reaper coming in, and he's gonna try to do some damage. He does get 1 probe kill, 1 Zealot is being warped, and 2 probe kills. And we'll get a 3rd one. I don't think he got a 3rd one just yet. This Zealot is chasing around the Marine and the Marauder. Not too much action going above just yet. And now we're going to see some action as these units are going to get chased down by that 1 Zealot. These units for NEXGenius is going to move in and try to snipe that supply depot once again. Not wanting to fully engage just yet. Some of these units, if he puts down a force field right here, we cut off some of the units. But no, he doesn't put down the force field. And he's gonna want to engage, perhaps. He moves 1 of the stalkers up to get vision, and he wants to snipe it, but he doesn't have the range or the damage capacity to snipe that supply depot. He should really repair this for MakaPrime. If we took a look at the army count at the moment, both at 66 of about 74, 75, very, very close. Both lost pretty much identical number of units. Very, very close battle, and we see an exchange there. He wants to snipe the supply depot, but he was unable to. At the same time, we do see a robotics facility going down for NEXGenius, and he's thinking about moving a little bit away from his 4-gate play. And we do see 2 stalkers in the middle, probably going to be able to deter that 1 Marauder that's running across the map. We do see that 1 engagement, the Marauder does go down. This supply depot is being repaired. Very, very good ideas. Combat shield is being researched after the stem has completed. He doesn't really want to stem these guys, but these guys can. Most of these guys are in the green here. He could stem those. He doesn't want to go out because he doesn't want to get cut off by the force field, and at the same time these guys don't want to engage because then not all of them will be able to hit these guys, because only a good chunk of these Zealots will not be able to hit anybody as they do not have range. So both kind of just standing there waiting for something to happen. No additional reinforcements for anybody just yet, as we do see the army count still relatively the same, and there is a cold war going on between these 2 as I try to swat a fly in my room. 1 bunker is going to go up, and this supply depot is going to come up and prevent the Zealots from closing in, and these guys want to take a couple of shots at the stalker, but they're at the optimum range, cannot take the shots. And we do see a robotics bay going down. Perhaps we will see Colossus as 1 observer is making his way across the map, and 2 medevacs do pick up some Marines and Marauders. He will be going for a harass inside the base. Very, very good idea, as he doesn't have any units inside his base. Both players heavily invested on this Cold War front right here. This line divides the 2, and we do see 1 Nexus is going up, so he's going to invest 400 minerals that he's not going to grab back. 2 bunkers up. Nobody engaging here just yet. 2 medevacs dropping off their units. They're probably going to stem and run in. If we take a look at these units, they're going to go inside, and I think he sensed something is up. He leaves 1 sentry probably to force field the rest of his units if he decides to move out. And this Nexus does get cancelled, and he's running full speed back into his base. This sentry still there, and now he's going to be able to do quite a bit of economical damage because he doesn't have that many units. He does warp in some Zealots to chase these units away, but these units can easily kite those Zealots. They're really just buying time for the main force to come back, and they desperately want to try to take down this robotics facility, and they do get to take it down. The robotics facility does go down. Additional Zealots coming in the back. The units are going to try and squeeze here, and 1 medevac goes down. A couple of additional Marines does go down, but more than half the units does make it alive, and this sentry is going to go down to 1 Marine, 1 Marauder, but he will force field it and hold it off for a couple of more seconds. But a push is going to come. A push is going to come because he does realize he has an advantage, because he did kill a couple of units inside the base of NEXGenius. If you take a look at the army count right now, slightly in favor of the Terran player, about 20 or so, and the units lost slightly in favor of the Terran again. So that little maneuver by the Terran player has earned him a slightly, and I think he knows that he has a slightly. He's going to expand and probably attack at the same time. Both players are trying to rebuild. I mean, NEXGenius is trying to rebuild a little bit, but he really needs to grab some additional gateway units, I feel, because I don't think he has a large enough army to fight this ball. There is one observer that he hasn't really scanned. There's one observer is following these units across the map, and there's going to be one simultaneously medevac drop inside the main base as well. He should really scan and get rid of this observer for MakaPrime, and MakaPrime is going to drop in the rear with these units. The probes are going down right now. He doesn't want to move his units back because he knows with his observer there's a lot of units in the front. Now there's almost no income for MakaPrime at the moment. He does have a lot of units, and I think the Nexus Insight might go down. He does send a couple of units in the back, and we see a huge battle over here. A lot of sentries, maybe too many sentries. A lot of good force fields go off, but he doesn't have enough ground units, I feel like, to win this battle. There's a couple of Guardian Shields, 5 sentries, and a couple of Stalkers left. And these infantries, I think, are going to take it for MakaPrime this game, and they do take it. One Colossus spawned just a little bit late, but there's 2 Vikings coming immediately to deal with that Colossus. Very, very nice timing by MakaPrime, and MakaPrime is pulting away at this pylon, and NEXGenius does GG. What a nice game, great game between these 2 players. Remember, always GG your games, and if you don't want to GG your games, ooh, look at these pros transferring. At least say GG your face. See you guys at game number 3 of finals number 1. Lots of numbers, yes, yes, yes.